Nicole? What are you doing here? Nicole, is everything alright? Nicole, I know you miss him, but for your own sake, it's time to start moving on. The car accident was a traumatic experience, and I understand you still love him, but he's gone and won't be coming back. Jenny, I'm lost. Just thinking about that day suffocates me. Mrs. Nicole? Yes, that's me. How is my husband? I regret to inform you that despite our best efforts, your husband did not survive. His injuries were extensive, and we weren't able to control the bleeding. I am truly sorry, Mrs. Nicole. That can't be. My husband isn't dead. Please just tell me he isn't dead. Jenny, I just don't know how to forget. Have you ever considered writing a book? You're a renowned writer, Nicole. Maybe creating a character based on him could help you cope. It might even bring comfort when you read it. Calm down, Nicole. You've handled it worse. Mrs. Nicole, can you tell us more about the character Maximilian? Many readers believe he's based on your late husband. Is that true? Maximilian is a complex character and he draws inspiration from many sources. Why is my vision getting blurry? Mrs. Nicole, was writing the book a way of coping with his loss? Is it true that you're still struggling with it? Writing has always been a form of expression for me. It has helped me through a difficult time. How do you respond to critics who say that you're using your husband's memory to sell books? This is too much. I can't do this.
What is your take on that?
I shouldn't have made the second male lead in the book an exact copy of you.
I'm just so happy that the villainess Vivienne was killed by Maximilian. She was so mean to Lilith, totally deserved it. So the second male lead, Maximilian, is basically the clone of her husband? Didn't see that coming.
I need a break from all of this. Where even am I? My head hurts. Is this supposed to be the afterlife? This can't be real. I'm in Vivienne's body? The villainess from my book? How is this even possible? I died. How could I have possibly reincarnated into Vivienne's body? Out of all the characters I could have switched bodies with, why did it have to be Vivienne? My lady, you are going to get wrinkles if you keep frowning as such. I've prepared your favorite dish, Clara. Just for you. You're so sweet. Let's stop discussing politics. What a surprise. Not even my so-called husband could wait for me to arrive before starting to dine. You know we have invested a lot into it.
Oh, you know. It's harder to please than
And there's my sister, the real reason why my husband decided to marry me. It appears my appetite has vanished. Please excuse me. My lady, an invitation for you has arrived. An invitation to the royal ball? If I remember correctly, Vivienne met her true love at the ball. But I think he loved another woman. Out of jealousy, Vivienne made that woman's life miserable. And after a few months, she was killed by Maximilian, who couldn't bear to see the woman he loved hurt. All Vivienne ever wanted was to be loved. It's something she never received in her abusive relationship. Not only did her husband neglect her, but he also felt the need to control her every move. Poor Vivienne, you were nothing but a puppet. And your husband was even overjoyed by the news of your death. I wonder though, who will actually attend the ball? My lord, you have received an invitation to the royal ball. Your presence is requested and expected. Why exactly should I attend such a lavish event where the emperor intends to compel me into a marriage contract with his daughter? Your Highness, Maximilian, maybe the proposal will be annulled in the future. Now is the perfect time to search for a lady you truly show interest in. As the beloved hero of our kingdom, the king wants you to get married as soon as possible. Why is he so invested in my personal matters when he knows that I'll only marry for love and not Maximilian? Mia, why the sudden visit? Oh, I just wanted to ask if you were coming to the ball. My presence is expected and requested. Mia, if that is all you wanted to know, I'd like you to leave. I would also advise you to stop that habit of barging into someone else's room. Not only is it rude, but it also ruins your image. Why are you so mean all of a sudden? It's just some friendly advice. Now, if you'll excuse me, I have matters to tend to. Oh god! Does that mean I'll be meeting Duke Maximilian? The one who, in the future, kills me and is also the spitting image of my husband. I have to do everything in order to avoid him. We cannot meet. Good evening, Mrs. Rosehart. It's such a pleasant surprise to make your acquaintance here. My name is Lilith Floyan. Lilith? Wasn't she supposed to appear a few months from now? Oh god, because of her Vivienne was killed. The woman she tormented just had to show up today of all days. Oh, how lovely it is to finally meet you. I heard a lot about you, Miss Floyan. I apologize for the intrusion, but I couldn't help but notice you from across the room. My lady, would you do me the honor of sharing a dance with me? It was such a pleasant conversation, Mrs. Rosehart. If you'll excuse me. If only Vivienne had found someone who really cared for her. As the writer of this book, I'm at fault for not giving her a happy ending. Well, every story requires a villainess with a tragic backstory, after all. I have to come up with a plan to ensure my safety. First, I'll have to divorce my spouse. Afterwards, I'll have to— Oh! I'm sorry. Are you alright? Damien? It's Maximilian, but why can't I seem to move? Is it because I'm scared? Why is my heart racing? Damien? Why does that name sound so familiar to me? My apologies to Armstrong. I didn't mean to bump into you. Are you injured? Hold it together, Vivienne. You cannot afford to burst into tears here. I know he bears a striking resemblance to him, but he's not your husband. Please do not distress yourself. I told you, I am unharmed. It was a pleasure meeting you, Duke Armstrong. Why does she appear to be on the verge of tears? I'm scared. My heart keeps beating faster and faster. Why? Could you tell me your name? It's Vivienne Rosehart. What insolence! Does she not know her place? How dare she speak to other men? Must I teach my dear wife another lesson? Stupid heart. He isn't alive. They are not the same person. He's a mere imitation of the original. So stop longing for him. An imitation? Vivienne Rosehart, who are you really? Just what are you hiding? And why do I feel as though we've met before? You should keep your distance from her. Vivienne Rosehart isn't someone you should befriend. I heard she's quite the... I will make the decision of whether to keep my distance from her or not. Please tell me you aren't in love with her. Maximilian, she isn't the right woman for you, so you should stop meeting her. Me, I've reached my limit. Our romantic relationship is over. You have no right to dictate whom I meet or date. Your behavior over the past few months has only reinforced my decision to end things. Your jealousy must stop. I will never be in a relationship with you again. But I was only trying to help you find the right person. I never asked for your help. Please stop and find someone who truly loves you for who you are. Just know that I will never be that person. Maximilian, I can change. I still love you. You made me and the people around me miserable. Please, just stop. It's getting ridiculous. Do you think I'll let you go so easily? I'll make sure you won't meet Vivienne Rosehart ever again. I'll make your life miserable without me. Just you wait, Maximilian. I must not meet that man again. It will only hinder my future plans. What happened today, I can't let it happen again. How dare you defy my commands, woman? How many times have I warned you to maintain distance from other men? Did you sleep with him? Does he fear losing the puppet who had given him the life he now so lavishly enjoys? Really, this much? Answer me, you wretch! I should have portrayed Vivienne as a warrior, not a victim on my novel. Have you gone mad? Have the years of our marriage taught you nothing? As a woman, you should always obey your husband. I want a divorce. Divorce? You must be joking. I will tarnish your reputation, and then we'll see how you'll face society afterwards. Do as you please. But remember, it was my parents who accepted your lowly origins into our family because my foolish, younger self insisted that I loved you back then. You dirty my reputation, and you can forget about your lifestyle and your title as a high-ranking noble. Oh no! What happened here? I truly loved you, but your jealousy, lust, and despicable behavior made you into a man I never would have married had I known it would lead to a life of suffering, betrayal, and sadness. It was always her. You married me with the intention of getting closer to my sister. Did you think I wouldn't find out? Wait, you did what? Oh, confess already. And you? You are no better, sister. You knew how he felt about you all along, but you kept it from me. You kept it from him. You gave him hope, occasionally sneaking glances or flirting with him, even as I was standing right beside you. What do you mean? I assumed you had genuine feelings for me.
No, I would never betray you in such a way. I never had any feelings for you. You misinterpreted everything.
You have to believe me, Vivienne. How is it that this girl has found the courage to stand up for herself? She used to listen obediently like a loyal dog and pretend she hadn't noticed anything. Why this sudden change? Vivienne, tomorrow I expect the divorce papers to have been signed. I no longer want to be part of this family.
My lady, you have a visitor.
At this hour? I think this belongs to you, Mrs. Rosehart. You must have accidentally dropped it. Thank you. Would you like to have a cup of tea? That is the least I could do for your kindness. Please, just decline. I don't want to drink tea with my killer. My apologies, but I'll have to decline your offer. It is getting late and people might spread rumors of my visit if I intrude any longer. Oh God. Thank you, Jesus. I see. Well, I wish you a safe return, Duke Armstrong. Thank you. Vivienne, we will not be getting a divorce. Excuse me? The Emperor has given me permission to make the final decision, so we won't be getting a divorce. What utter nonsense! Well, if the Emperor's involvement hinders my future plans, I'll just have to somehow change his mind. And in order to do that, I'll just have to befriend his beloved daughter, the princess. I will survive this world and change my fate. What a beautiful performance, Your Majesty. You're truly talented, Your Highness. Princess, if I may introduce myself, Mrs. Rosehart, correct? An introduction isn't needed. What an honor it is for the Crown Princess to have heard of me. Since I am the one who wrote this book, I am kind of aware of the future. And this princess over here is the next in line to the throne. Well, only if she gets rid of her tyrant brother, and that is where I will come in handy. Princess, may this lowly servant have a word with you in private. Vivienne Rosehart, just what are you up to? Suddenly getting involved with the Crown Princess? What would you like to discuss with me in private so urgently, Mrs. Rosehart? My time is limited, so make it quick. I am very aware of your situation, Your Highness, and I am certain I can be of help. How exactly is the daughter of a marquise supposed to aid my situation? Your Highness, I know of a way to get rid of the Crown Prince and make you queen. I can help you achieve your goals. You dare conspire against the royal family? Then there must be something you want from me in return, no? Grant me the permission to divorce my husband. The Emperor has given my husband the authority to make the final decision, which only led to the divorce papers being thrown away. If what you say is true, and you can indeed help me, I will consider your request. But note this, Mrs. Rosehart. Betrayal will not be tolerated. I understand, Your Highness.
Now that I have scheduled a meeting with the princess, I have to tend to another matter as well. A plan to avoid Duke Maximilian Armstrong. I know he is a clone, a mere imitation of the man I once loved. But why does my heart refuse to accept it? I cannot betray him. I cannot betray the love I held for my husband. I cannot fall in love with him. I cannot fall in love with his cheap copy. To do so would be to betray everything I hold dear.
Damien. Huh. Why does that name sound so familiar to me? My head.
Your Highness, were you about to remember something? Here are your pills.
These headaches will be the death of me. Thank you.
The doctor forbade you from trying to regain lost memories any longer. It will only worsen your condition.
Paul, I have to meet that woman again.
Are you referring to Lilith Floyan?
No, the other one.
Mariah Falk?
No, Paul. The other one.
Leah Anderson?
No, Paul.
Vivienne Rosehart. Oh, why didn't you say so, Your Highness?
Of course. I have to meet her again, no matter what.
Turn the soldier up like never before. Rise above the flood. Turn the soldier up. Get ready for war. Play with sweat and blood. It's gonna take everything you got. It's gonna take everything you got.